and YouTube. How are you tonight? We're going to look at a subject that is old, but yet has a new term. Let's pray. God, we thank you for tonight. Thank you for this opportunity to be on the air. Thank you for those who are going through, and oh my, they are looking for a change. They're looking for hope. They're looking for something to remove the pain and the anxiety and all of this stuff. And what we think is that maybe tonight they'll hear something. We believe you to bless us to say a word to help somebody, and we thank you. Bless each one now. We give you praise, glory, and honor in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Alrighty, we like to pray. Tonight we're going to talk about a term that is new to me. I was trying to find out when this term became a term, and it looks like, which is really strange, because I wrote my book in 2000 and between 1996 and 2005. And this term came out, well, still before that, 1980s. So, late 80s. So it was out, but I didn't hear it. Or if I heard it, I guess I forgot. It looked like it really got popular, though, around the time I was writing. So here we are. Hey, Brother Jakari, Minister Jakari. I was glad to see you, a man of truth. I was just looking at something and just seeing how people hate the truth. People hate, well, some people hate the truth. Some people hate wisdom. They dislike honesty. They have a challenge with integrity. And all of a sudden, all those people are gone, just like that. Well, Jakari, I'm glad that you're with us and you're still here. But we're going to continue sharing the truth in love, and we're going to continue going forward because we know that there are people being helped. We've gotten the feedback, and the Lord has told us, and that's all we need. We cannot and we will not be deterred because of those who have some challenges. There's always going to be that. Well, tonight we want to use the term genetic sexual attraction. That's the new term. When I say new, it's a term we're going to use tonight so that we can be kind of up to date. But what I also know about words, you know it out there as well, when people get a word that sounds so much better than the original word, they're hoping that people will basically not really mention the word that it came from and go with the new word and spread its gospel that way. But that's not going to happen here. So this genetic sexual attraction is essentially incest. It reminds me of the confusion, and we'll do this probably next week, that there is with transsexual and transgender, and how much confusion there is with that term. I mean, there's a lot. But this genetic sexual attraction, said, is close relatives, siblings, half-brothers, parent and offspring, first and second cousins, but who meet, here's the catch, who meet as adults. And so that's where, so it's in the family of incest, but it has a specific connotation of those people who may have been separated at a young age from the family, and as they're separated from the family, didn't grow up with the person that they meet as an adult, And when they meet them, there is an instant attraction. Or if it's not instant, it's pretty close. Now, let me just give you some of the things that they say. People tend to select mates that are like themselves, which is known as assorted mating. This holds both for physical appearance and mental traits. People commonly rank faces similar to their own as more attractive, of course, trustworthy, etc. on average. We all like to deceive ourselves every once in a while. Let's see what else I can say on this. It has something to do with IQ too. I'm not going to get into that, but it does deal with IQ. Then here's something else. Heredity produces substantial physical and mental similarity between close relatives. Shared interests, personality traits are commonly considered desirables in a male. The heritability of these qualities is a matter of debate, but estimates that IQ is about 80% heritable. And the big five personality factors are about 50%. Okay, so that's, they've done some study. And I was thinking about all the books I read when I was writing about this stuff. And I'll have to go back and refresh my mind. I haven't done it. I didn't do it before tonight to see what they said in terms of contributing factors. Oh, one of the contributing factors on this pure incest for little people, family, young people, the idea that people are in the same household and they don't have an outlet, and I'm going to use the word victim, but the cousin, the brother, the sister, the son, the daughter, the wife, whatever, they're easily accessible. They may have lost, maybe in boredom, and they're turned on, and easily the person that's close there, it's easy bait, I use that term, for them to have sex with. So in incest, that's, I'm remembering now, all those books I read, that incest, let's say, from adult down, are more contributing that way. Whereas they're trying to put this together for adults, which pretty interesting. Now, they talk about instances, and I posted, I don't think I posted tonight on our Blog Talk Radio, but we have some pictures from that couple in Germany that grew up somewhat together, but grew up separately, and then they met at a later time, and then of course they ended up having kids together. But there's several couples. So the point is that it's another cut or another way to look at it, and it's another aspect in this whole area of sexual perversion. Now, we have a guest in the chat room. Glad to have you there. Didn't create this word perversion. That was not my word. That was a Bible word. And having that word gives us this whole term of perversion. So, we have all this information there that's secular in nature. Then if we look in Bible terms, the Bible doesn't differentiate between genetic sexual attraction and pure incest. In the Bible, it's all incest, irrespective of how it came about. And so, and the funny thing, when the children come out of it, they are called bastards. That term is still a Bible term. The world doesn't use that anymore. At least I haven't heard many use that. You can find that in Zechariah 9:6, Deuteronomy 23 and 3. And it basically says that the bastard, this child out of wedlock, cannot enter into the congregation for 10 generations. A long time to get the blood. I'm going to use purify, cleanse, get the stuff out of it. Because, see, I really believe that it taps into some emotion that you can hardly put words around it, other than you can see it, you can sense it, if you talk to people, you get it. And this genetic attraction really is a good word, but it's still the same thing. It's an attraction, and the spirit that I associate with it is the spirit. It's an excitement. There is an excitement or a thrill or a charge, a trigger, in any of those words, that when these two people come together, hey, the rest of the world could go and die, go burn up, and they don't care. It's all about them, especially when they're of age and they can talk about it. Little kids, that's just plain abuse. You know, it's incest, but it's also just plain abuse, because a kid doesn't comprehend. I know they want to lower the age of consent, but what kid knows really what's going on at the age of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? You know, I think they said the age of consent was around 12 at one time, our state of innocency, but very few are innocent nowadays, probably past 3 or 4, with here you are, here I am on the internet. And these kids have a incredible proclivity to figure all this stuff out. So, incest in the Bible, it's just a prohibition. You know, I mean, we can give you scripture after scripture, which you've done before, Leviticus. You know, it tells you the nakedness of your father, the nakedness of your mother, you shall not uncover. She is your mother, you shall not uncover her nakedness. But what I find interesting is when the mother, the scriptures, well, here it says, the next of your daughters, your son's daughter or your daughter's daughter, you shall not cover. But the slant is always seems to be directed towards men. See, there was a time when it was primarily men. However, I really believe if you really could go back and pull out the real statistics, the real numbers from Eve and Adam getting out of the garden up to now, we'd find the numbers with women are much higher than what people want to accept or understand. And let me tell you why. With the onslaught of what we have here, and all the people, women included, who are into images, I'm going to probably write a book on images. Jesus talks about visuals, and some of the art skills that are not talked about in the Bible directly, but there's an inference to them. There's probably either as many women into images, looking at pornography, or erotic art, or art forms, what have you, whatever happens to be that trigger point. And pretty amazing. So this whole idea of a mother seeing a son and seeing him as if he were her husband. He looks like his dad, or father, and the mother's dead, or the mother's at work, or the mother's on vacation. And the timing happens to be one of those things, and the daughter has come to a point of age, whatever it is, especially these people still drinking milk, and the milk being filled with all these hormones. And the father sees the daughter, she looks like the mother, and there you go. And on and on. Not just stepfathers, not just stepmothers. Because if you know, these scriptures are not mentioning step parents, they're mentioning parents. Something to think about. Curse be he that lieth with his father's wife. Didn't say his stepmother, just said his father's wife. So it could be his stepmother, it could be his real mother. It could be one of his father's wives. Remember when David's son, we'll probably come to that, messed around with one of his concubines. Do not this folly. Samuel, the great prophet, wrote this, and she answered him, no, my brother, do not force me. This is the story of Tamar, David's daughter and son. Called it folly. Not in the sense that it was a joke. It was a farce. It was disrespectful. It was embarrassing. It was utter shameful. And in that time, all this idiot had to do, the king's son, was to ask for her sister. And because of their position, he could have had her without the embarrassment. Somewhere up here, there's something that's loose. Let's go on. Let's see what else we got. These are some of the same kind of scriptures we've talked about. There's nothing new, thank heavens. And I laugh at the people that are going back and forth. Well, it's Earth warming up. Do we have climate issues? Look, folks. This is totally aside, but it's kind of funny related to this word being the same. The Lord said He's going to create a new heaven and new earth, and He said He's going to burn this earth up. So why not? Earth's going to warm up as it gets ready to be burned up. Just a thought. But sexual intercourse between persons too closely related, and they use, in this case, this particular writer, normal marriage. The twofold theological rationale for the prohibition of incestuous unions is that a man claim, I am the Lord your God. And it's distasteful to God. Leviticus. So, the reason we're looking at this even is because, again, there are those who are caught in the web, and they're in pain. They're in they're in a place where, they are for whatever reason, but way in the back of their spirit, they sense not right. They want to get out. They've been told lies, like so many of these young women with their fathers who pulled them in and said, "Hey, Lot did it. That was acceptable." No. And so, hopefully, somebody will see this video or one of the many out there and realize, no, it's not the way to be. Or someone who was a child was abused and hurt and misused, and they actually probably suppressed everything. And it's somewhat there, and it's like, wait a minute, did that really happen? Did my dad do that? Did my mom do that? They're wondering why they're having such challenges in their relationships, have a hard time communicating, hard time developing friendships, and want to get married but afraid, don't trust anybody, on and on. Well, we're here to help you to know you too can be free, to be free from all of that, to be able to come to the place of acknowledgement, come to the place of knowing, and it's like realizing and being able to, once you realize and understand, come to the place of where you then learn to forgive, because it is a learned behavior. It's not something that is innate. It's something that you must be taught, I believe. There may be those that have it, but most people now. The natural thing is when you find out you have some kind of offense occur, you want to find a way to annihilate your violators. You want to do something, get revenge. But when you learn that in your spiritual life that you can, in fact, be whole, be free, have peace, have joy, and even though you're a perpetrator, you're the person that your violator is still walking around, probably has attacked more victims, you can love them with the love of the Lord, and that really makes them uncomfortable, because like, what are they going to tell them? What are they going to knock me upside down? What are they going to put a hit on them? And you won't need to do that. The hit you put on them is you give them God. You give them to God. And I'm telling you, when you turn people over to God, oh boy, after you've gone through all of that issues, ooh, it's powerful. It's one of the most powerful things you can do, because now you and God are connected closely, and your reliability is from Him, your trust, your confidence, and then your spirit, instead of being that pain, found that pain, and the pain gets removed. Oh, you're really dangerous to your perpetrator then, but it's given to God, and the Lord deals with them. It's a place that I can only tell you it's real. It's a joy to be able to love and to be loved, and to learn about love, and to continue to grow. Incest is one of the many dastardly deeds, especially on children, especially young people. Genetic sexual attraction, grown folks. It's at that point, what? And especially if it's all about sex and they're not about having kids. You gotta really say, what is it? What is it? It's sex, folks. It's all it is. It's a forbidden. It's a taboo. It's what goes against the grain. And so there are people who just really get off on that kind of thing. I'm doing what folks say I shouldn't do, and I'm having fun. Well, let's come out of that. Those that desire to, we're here to help you. You too can be free. All right, we're about just a few minutes out of time. Get a chance, go to our website, LorenDue.com, LorenDue.com. If you want to correspond with me, send me an email, LorenDue@gmail.com. My name, Loren, LorenDue @gmail.com. And be sure to give me your name and phone number. We'll see your email, obviously. And impertinence, whatever you like, and let's talk about it. If you'd rather write, I'll give you my P.O. Box. Send me a letter. That's fine. P.O. Box 18, Victorville, California, 92393. P.O. Box 18, Victorville, California. Alrighty, here are the points I want to share. Why suffer and others are being healed? Meaning, why continue being, miserable when you don't have to be? So why suffer and others are being healed? Why die? Why either catch something or give something or get something when you don't have to? Then you end up dying prematurely. Expect a miracle. You can get a miracle when you receive deliverance, transformation, and change. And finally, pain's not for life. You don't have to carry that albatross, as though it were, or the elephant in the room around the neck. Let it go. Alrighty, that is our program for tonight. Let's see. Beverly is still with us. Glad to have you. Those Beverly's there. Let's see now. Oh boy. What is it when that instant attraction happens when you meet a person not kin? Why you and that particular person feel attraction? It's a connection in your flesh, and it's chemistry. I hate that word, but that's the best word. It's in there, and what happens is you lock on. That's really what it amounts to. It's a question those of you in YouTube has asked. What is it when that instant attraction happens when you meet a person not kin? Why you and that particular person feel attraction? You lock on. And I can say, the Lord allowed me to live through so many things. So, some, again, in His will, some out of His will, but here I am. And He's kept me and preserved me. And so when that happens, boy, oh boy. But the key is you recognize that, and that it's not love. But if love comes with it or develops from it, that's a whole different thing. But again, he that finds a wife. So if it's sex, it's sex. And understand that when you're into all that, that is not, the will of God. All right, we're going to be off the air in a minute. Sorry about that, folks, but just saw the question. But and we're off. So we will talk with you later. Good question, a very good question, because that also should let someone know that everything is not about incest in terms of that particular spirit. That's the spirit. That spirit of attraction. That spirit of, I call it, spirit of excitement. That is triggered in one person and the other. And you recognize it and you're drawn. It's like a magnet. It just pulls you right into it. And you meet, and I've seen situations where they meet and they go immediately. They don't even know anything. In this day and time, I hope people are very careful. But 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, before AIDS was so prevalent, that would happen. Nobody got AIDS necessarily. But today, who knows what you're going to get. And understand that, but that's again, if you've made the choice to do it that way, remember, that's the world's way. God's way is to wait till you're married and then have sex. But if you're not, hey, then what I say, and I've said it, I keep saying it, take the precautions. Even if it's, the world says, love at first bite. Then be sure to take the precautions that you need. If you're not going to do it God's way, then be smart enough to at least protect yourself. Alrighty, YouTube, you heard it here. Yes, I'm a man of God. I'm an ordained elder. I believe in personally doing it God's way. But I also believe He's giving me the wisdom to tell folks, if you're not going to do it my way, at least be smart enough to outwit the devil. I'm the Sacred Father, but the devil is the father of those who don't do it God's way. Just out with him, because all he wants to do is to destroy you. That's all it's about. You think it's pleasure, you think it's sexual delight. It's really about destroying you. That's his ultimate goal. Pull you in, tear you down, chew you up, spit you out. Alrighty, we'll be back. We won't be here tomorrow night, since you're still with us. We've got an assignment, but we'll be back Thursday with another provocative issue. Tonight was genetic sexual attraction. Night night.